Take a little walk to the edge of town and go across the track.
G'day, I want you to meet Shadi. Shadi has no surname, but he's a treasonous sellout piece of shit. He was apparently stabbed in the neck on Friday 9/11/2018 in Burke Street and was millimetres from death. Yet 4 days later, he's out of hospital, fighting fit, doing these interviews, and now he wants to become a policeman.
Good evening. A security guard has told how he escaped death by millimetres when he was attacked by the Burke Street terrorist. Known only as Shadi, he was stabbed in the neck as he went to help people he thought were in trouble, and now wants to become a policeman.
Forever scarred by Friday's terror, this young security guard was just doing his job when his life changed forever.
I'm very lucky to be alive, that's all I can say.
Shadi was patrolling the duty-free store on Burke Street last Friday when he heard a loud bang, then people screaming and running for their lives.
Out of nowhere, saw a car on fire. I thought there was innocent people in the vehicle. I tried to go to assist, then I realised that I didn't know what was going on at the time.
That's when terrorist Hassan Ali pounced and began stabbing him.
Didn't even have time to react. He straight away stabbed me, tried to kill me. He hit me in the neck. It felt like a punch, but inside my body, like someone jabbed me really hard.
Okay, well let's have a look what happens when one is stabbed in the neck.
So at the moment where I come through here and I slash, what this is there is a muscle right here called the sternocleidomastoid. Sternocleidomastoid. Called the sternocleidomastoid. Sternocleidomastoid. This is holding his head erect, just like this. So at the point where I cut that, and I sever this or do enough damage that it can no longer sustain the weight, his head is going to do this. So my sternocleidomastoid, this muscle that we talked about earlier, is right here, right? That thing is about that thick. Guys, that's an inch all the way, and that's severed the sternocleidomastoid. It's more than likely, I'd be willing to bet that it's got the carotid artery. Death is, I mean, really depending upon the human being, but you're looking at unconsciousness shortly to follow that afterwards. Once that pressure change happens and the blood stops getting that pressure, you're looking at unconsciousness and death without immediate medical assistance.
That's right, death without immediate medical assistance.
You're looking at unconsciousness and death without immediate medical assistance. Even then, guys, understand that a lot of these wounds that are created, there's a trauma surgeon that's got to fix that. So he's got to stitch that back together layer by layer. They don't just throw a Band-Aid on that. So he may or may not be able to get that guy back.
So here's Shadi again, and there's the Band-Aid that they put over his life-threatening injury. So now let's have a look at the sternocleidomastoid. There it is there. We'll superimpose Shadi's picture over it, and it's a nice little fit there with the chin, the lips, the nose and the ear matching up. We'll put that back in, the sternocleidomastoid, and have a look where it is. And that's where Shadi's injury was, right across there. Can you believe this? There it is, right there. Yet Shadi is fine 4 days later.
Adrenaline kicked in and Shadi fled into a spare room.
There's a disabled section. I ran straight through there and got away from there. He followed me, but I was gone. I grabbed my jacket back at my desk and just put that around my neck and held the blood from going everywhere.
Oh, ha ha ha. What would we do without a little Jimmy delight?
Held the blood from going everywhere.
Shame on you! Do you BS your mother with that mouth? Shame!
If it wasn't for his quick thinking, it could have been a lot worse.
I couldn't defend myself anymore. There was too much blood. I mean, I couldn't physically see out of my left side of my eye.
Oh, poor Shadi. He could not see through the left eye because of all the blood.
And I just had to get out of there. If I stayed there, different story. I'm very lucky to be alive. That's all I can say.
Let's see if we can have a closer look after he had been stabbed. Have a look and see if you can see all the blood that flowed upwards from his neck and covered his eye his left eye, so he couldn't see out of it and defend himself. There we see him in his nice white shirt. Doesn't look like there's much blood on that shoulder or the neck there. In fact, it looks like there's nothing. Absolutely nothing.
And his special thank you for the first responders who saved him.
I'd like to thank the police officer that assisted me at the time. He held my neck all the way from Burke Street to the Royal Melbourne's Hospital.
Shame on you! Do you BS your mother with that mouth? Shame!
Well, that went well. Where do I get paid? Just walk out there, Shadi, and see the cashier. They'll be able to fix you up with your payment.
Oh no, just no. Bullshit, 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 bullshit. No drinks for me, thanks. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit.